This is something that I meant to do before week 0, but we only had like 5-6 games, so whatever. We're not really taking too much of that into account. I almost did take it into account big time, but then I was like, no way. So if you hear like some of these and you're like, oh, Luke didn't think this before, I did. I'm really not letting any of those matchups decide it, so these could still go terribly wrong, or they could go surprisingly right. Let's start with the American. This is my one that's probably the least calculated. I really just like East Carolina. I think that they have a chip that they all play with, and they open up against a rival. My Baja Blast just fell. Luckily, it's empty. To start, North Carolina State, and they play BYU later. Those two games are really, really tough. But other than that, I think they can play really good against the American, and that's why I picked them. Same thing with Conference USA. Jacksonville State really dominated Conference USA for the most part last year. They lost to Western Kentucky late, but got the revenge like a week, 2 weeks later in Conference Championship. So give me Jacksonville State to repeat. Next up, who's the best independent? UConn or Notre Dame? Notre Dame. Next. MAC, I have the Ohio Bobcats. You guys already know this if you watched my 12-team playoff prediction. I said not only is Ohio winning the MAC, they're going to be the 12th team in the playoff. Mountain West, I was going to say Hawaii. I really liked that they played against Stanford. Then I thought to myself, Stanford's not that great. Let's be completely honest. No offense. So I was like, you know what? Let's stick with the truth here. And I went Boise State. I was never, by the way, even before this little almost hiccup against Idaho State, I was never a UNLV guy over Boise. Okay, just so you all know. But I also didn't think Boise was going to be as great as they were last year because they lose Chinchi. Next up is the Pac-2, as I call it, which is Washington State and Oregon State. Who do I think is going to be better? Probably Washington State. So, there you go. Sun Belt, I got Louisiana Raging Cajuns. I like Louisiana in the Sun Belt almost every year because of their name. I don't watch too much Sun Belt games. They play a lot on Thursday, Friday, which I work, obviously. My 1-year anniversary, by the way, of this new job. Now it's my job. That has happened, so I've really missed a lot of Thursday, Friday games, which is Sun Belt action, obviously. But I got to watch them on Saturday sometimes. Next up, ACC, I got Miami. As you guys know, I had them as my 5 seed in the 12-team playoff. So, obviously, I have them winning the ACC as well. Next up is Big 12. I have Iowa State. I had Iowa State winning it anyway. I think making like the 11 seed. So, I mean, again, these don't change. I already had them. They're like, oh, Luke, really, you watched that game? No, it's not about watching that game. I had Iowa State in the first place. And I think a lot of people have Kansas State, Texas Tech, yada, yada, yada over there. I have Iowa State. Consistency, I guess. Next up, Big 10, I got Ohio State. I have Ohio State finishing top of the leaderboard at the end of the year. So, of course, I have them winning the Big 10. SEC, I have finishing right behind them, Georgia. I don't think that Ohio State and Georgia are the best teams in this conference. It's going to be weird to hear that. I think they are just going to be the best regular season-wise. I think both of these teams get figured out in the playoffs, but I don't think they get figured out in the regular season. So, give me Ohio State and Big 10, Georgia, SEC. That's my conference champions, and then best of conference with the independent and Pac-2 predictions. Tell me what you guys think below, and have a good day. Athletic Time is out.